Marhaban, looking at the two words on the board, you will spot the difference. That the only difference you can see from these two words is the vowelization. If not, they contain the same alphabets or letters. The first one is yakutulu, which means he is killing, and this is in the active voice. That is, this is al-fi'lul mabniyu lil ma'lum. Then the second, yokotalu. This is a word which is in the passive voice, and this we call al-fi'lul mabniyu lil majhul. This we had already discussed in a separate episode link placed above. However, today we want to take it further by looking at the words which are built in the passive voice whenever they are coming in the present tense pattern. This word yaktulu is a present tense word. Yaktulu, he is killing. Now, to put this word in a sentence, we can simply say yaktulu Hamidun al-Janiya. Hamid is killing the criminal. Hamid is killing the criminal. Now, when you look at the second one, yokotalu, which means he is being killed, in the passive voice, I can simply say yokotalu al-Jani. The criminal is being killed. Now, I did not mention the killer. Here I only mention the receiver of the action of killing, which is the al-Jani, the criminal. Now you see the difference here is that when the word yaqtul is being used, which is in the active voice, the subject of the sentence will be mentioned, which is Hamid. However, when yokotalu, the passive voice is being used, the subject will be omitted and the object will take the position of the subject. That's why the al-Jani here will now be in the marfu, in the nominative case. Now this we have a lot of other examples just as we have formed earlier, and we are still using our book Durus al-Lughat al-Arabiyyah lighairi natiqina biha. As we move on in this, you will get to know a lot of examples and how to form the present tense verbs into their passive voice. Right away, if you have not subscribed to our channel, hit on the subscription button, like and share with your friends. Assalamu alaikum, marhaban, you are welcome back. Let's continue with our book. We have here Ibn al-Af'al al-Ati al-Majhul. Construct the following verbs into the passive voices. لاحظ أن الفعل المضارع المبني للمجهول يضم أوله. Note that a present tense verb, whenever you want to convert it into the passive voice, the present tense letter, which is either the ya, the nun, the ta, or the hamza that we know, must be carrying dhamma. Originally we have yaqtulu. To convert this into the passive voice, the ya there will be carrying dhamma. It becomes yoko. Then وَيُفْتَحُ مَا قَبْلَ آخِرِهِ, and the letter coming before the last letter, meaning the middle letter, will now be carrying fatha. So the third year will be carrying fatha instead of dhamma. So that is why we have yokotalu, yakutulu, yokotalu, yaktubu, yuktabu. Yaktubu, he is writing. Yuktabu, he is being written. Now we have al-mabniyu lil-ma'lum, words which fall under the active voices, al-mabni al-majhul, and words which fall under the passive voices. These ones we have to form them into their passive voice. The first one you can see is yashrabu, he is drinking. To form this into the passive voice, it becomes yushrabu, he's been drunk. That is, it is being drunk. Someone is drinking it, but we don't mention the person. Then ya'budu, he is worshipping. Yu'badu, he is being worshipped. We don't know who is worshipping him, but he is being worshipped. Then yafhamu, he is understanding. Yakhluqu, he is creating. Yukhlaqu, yafhamu, yufhamu, he's being understood. Then we have yaqta'u, he is cutting. Yuqta'u, it is being cut. Yashrahu, he is explaining. Yushrahu, he's been explained. Yas'alu, he is asking. Yus'alu, he is being asked. Ya'khudhu, he is taking. Yu'khadhu, he is being taken. Yabni, he is building. Yubna, this one will change. Yubna, no yubni, yubna. Yalidu, yuladu. This is because the word yalidu has at the beginning of it a sick letter, and as such the sick letter will remain in the passive voice. That's how we have yuladu, he's been born. Then we have yakwi, he's ironing. Yukwa, it is been ironed. Yajidu, he's finding. Yujadu, he's been found. Yadeu, he's calling. Yudea, it is being called or he's being called. Yarinu, yazinu, he's weighing. Yuzanu, it is being weighed. You can see from this that the present tense verbs, to form them into their passive voice, all you need to do is two things. The first is to change the letter of Modore, either the Hamza, the Nun, or the Ya, or the Ta, which begins a present tense verb into carrying Doma, and making the letter before the last letter to carry Fatha, as we have seen earlier. Now you can go back and form a lot of other words into their passive voices, and you can try to form a lot of sentences with them, because as you speak in the Arabic language, you will always need to sometimes to speak in the passive voice, and this wouldn't be difficult for you if you studied very well by resolving all of these exercises by yourself. Until we meet again, when we will have another interesting discussion. Until then, make sure you like, share with your friends, and drop a comment in the comment section. Until then, assalamu alaikum.